Beautiful seekers, this is Clarity 1129. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to have you here. I have a pick a card reading for you as always, and the topic of today's reading is trying relationships. Now, relationships are of many kinds, all right, and the closer we are or the more connected we feel on a certain level, on other levels we find that those relationships are really difficult. So if you've been watching tarot readings for a while now, you know there are different kinds of relationship, karmic relationships, soulmates, whatever. It doesn't have to be romantic, it could be any relationship, but they come to teach us something. They trigger us so that we can learn from that situation, and when we learn that lesson, either the person goes out or the relationship settles down, or it just eases out in one way or the other. So today's reading is about trying relationships, all right, and we are going to be live shuffling the tarot as well as oracle cards. For the tarot, we'll pull out how many, about 7 cards, one for each question. First, we're going to look at what is your contribution to the situation, what you did do or didn't do. Then we look what the person on your mind in the relationship, whatever relationship you've come to this reading for. It usually comes out as love readings, but I've kept it open. What is their contribution in this relationship, what they did do or didn't do. Then we're going to look at what you can do to salvage the situation, or to make things better. What they can do is the next card. Then we're going to look at external factors. Is there someone outside the two of you, which is a sad thing, but it often happens, who's responsible for whatever's going wrong in your connection? Then we're going to look at, can we salvage this situation? Is this relationship, has it gone beyond salvaging, or can you actually pick up the pieces and start afresh and make it something beautiful? So that'll be the next question, and the last question will be, should you salvage it? Maybe you can salvage it, but should you? In the sense that, yes, you can patch things together, people can talk and you can talk and you come back together, but have you both done the healing work, and are you both on the same page, or will you be repeating this cycle again and again? Because if you both have not done the work, and again only one person pours into the relationship, then sure enough, in a few months you'll again want to go separate ways, or things will be very difficult for you. So we'll look at first, can we salvage the situation, and the other one, should we salvage the situation? All right, and thereafter we'll take advice cards from the oracle decks. So this is how your reading is going to be. This may trigger a lot of you, because trying relationships as it is, you would be in a triggered state. If you're coming into this reading to check on a trying relationship, you're already going through a lot. You may be in emotional turmoil. I don't know what is going to come in the cards. We're going to be live shuffling. So if you're not up to it, if you're feeling a little extra down, and if you come to this reading hoping that something nice will come of it and it doesn't, it might trigger you. So only watch it when you are reasonably steady emotionally, all right? Because if you don't like a reading and you quickly choose another pile, then you're not getting an authentic reading, right? You want to see things as they are so that you can live your best life. You should know once and for all, if this is not meant for me, I need to move on, not hold on to something because it's comfortable. You've grown used to the fights, you've grown used to this situation, which is not great, but at least you know it. This is not the energy you need to be in. You need to be living your best life. You need to be wanting, waiting to have, every morning when you wake up, you're just looking forward to have a great time with this person. It doesn't have to be that you're going and celebrating every day. No, that's not how relationships work, unless they're new. But it shouldn't be that you have to really drag yourself out of bed, and the whole idea when that person walks in, or you are going to meet that person, if your heart is sinking and wondering, oh God, now what, I wish we didn't have to meet, then there is something that you really need to work on in this relationship and actually decide whether you need to stay or go. All right, so it's very imperative when you choose a pile, you do it intuitively. And if you're not up to it, don't watch it. Don't watch it when you're very happy. Don't watch it when you're very sad. Watch it when you're calm. All right, so then you can actually take from this reading. Under no circumstances will you force fit anything that is not meant for you. And these readings are to help you, see what lies ahead. And the readings are usually for a period of 3 months. Just throw some light on the situation. You don't need tarot readings or astrology readings to move ahead in life. You can just ask your inner self, if you're in touch with your inner voice, you don't need anything. But usually when we're going through emotional turmoil, if you're stuck there, we're in repeated cycles, we would like a perspective outside ourselves which can look at things from a neutral perspective. That's why you come to a tarot reading. So just take it in that spirit. You have the power, not the other person, not a tarot reader, but you. All right, so whatever your situation is, you can still bring about your best life if you stand in your power. So having said that, let me introduce you to the piles. Beautiful seekers, we have 4. Pile number 1 is the Golden Universal Tarot, and this beautiful key here. Pile number 2 is the original Rider-Waite Tarot, and the 6 of Cups, which my daughter has made. This is a picture of her and me when she was a little baby, and then she's added the extra things. It's a beautiful card. I love it. Pile number 3 is the Radiant Rider-Waite and this shell. And pile number 4 is the Scintillating Waite Tarot and this elephant. All right, so for those of you who are intuitive, you already have chosen your pile. You may head to the timestamps. And for those of you whom this quick meditation helps to center yourself in order to choose your pile, let us begin. Sit with your spine erect, beautiful seekers. Palms open, facing upward. Gently close your eyes. When you're ready, gently take in a deep breath. Hold. Center yourself. Focus between your eyebrows. Connect with your intuition, knowing that it will never lead you astray. When you're ready, gently breathe out. Relax and slowly open your eyes, and whichever pile you're drawn to, that is your pile. If you're drawn to more than 2, you can watch both. And just remember, take only what resonates. And now I will see you at your pile. Pile number 1, those of you who've chosen the Golden Universal Tarot, this beautiful key, welcome to your reading. With this key, I feel that you are desperate for a solution, all right? And maybe you're coming to this reading hoping that once and for all you can find out what is it that you can do to possibly move ahead. What should you do, all right? And for some of you, maybe you are, it is a romantic connection wherein you haven't solidified it, but you, in the sense that you're not engaged or married, but you could be, living together, and maybe this key is significant. You both have a key each. But more than anything, I feel that you want answers, and you want to know whether this relationship is really worth it. Is there any way to make this better? So let's take a look. I'll place the key here. Wow, this flipped. So you can believe this reading. I also saw the Ten of Swords in reverse. So for some of you, maybe you have had a breakup, maybe you're in separation. Maybe just for some of you, it just flipped. I mean, it just showed itself and it turned again. So let's see. All right, pile number 1, the beautiful key group. Wow, Ace of Pentacles in reverse. A new beginning is still awaited or hoped for. Let's see. So this side I intend to put for you, this side for your person, but you can always interchange, all right, depending on what resonates. So what do you bring to the table? What is your contribution to this relationship? Pile number 1. Oh, wow, we got the World. I think I'll keep it. All right, what is your contribution towards this relationship? What you did or didn't do? We shall also cover this. What is it that your person did or didn't do? Wow, what is this? You're just waiting, to speak to one another or get to know what's happening. What is it that you can do to make things better? What is it that your person can do to make things better? Oh. Okay. What are the external influences in this connection, if any? Okay. Can you salvage the situation? Ooh. Should you salvage the situation? Okay. Bottom deck energy is the Hermit. Wow. Okay. What is your contribution to this relationship as it stands today? For a lot of you, if you resonate with this side, you may be a fixed sign, Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, or Scorpio. All right? And I feel that the last straw happened from your side, wherein you said, enough is enough. I'm tired of these cycles and I'm putting an end to this. I'm walking away from here. Be it a friendship, be it a love situation, whatever it is. You are the one who's finally pulled out of the situation because you've had enough. All right? Your contribution towards this could be that, being a fixed modality, you may be very resistant to change. You want things done in a particular way. Maybe these are things in a relationship. There's this unwritten rule between both of you that these are things which are okay with me, these are not, and now you feel that the other person has not respected what you wanted, and that's an absolute no-no for you. So that could be something, when you're very stubborn, if this is how I want it and I'm not going to budge. So this could be the energy which actually triggers them. And though it was okay in the beginning, now there's a problem with it. Whatever be your relationship, all right? When I speak, I usually speak for a love situation, but you can put it to any situation of yours, all right? Any relationship, doesn't matter. So this is the energy I get from you. And I feel that whatever's gone down, you're the one who's pulled out from here because you've said enough is enough, I cannot compromise anymore, and this is it. Now for your person, they could be very dominating themselves. All right, you have the Emperor here. So the Emperor is someone who is the King of Kings, but they can be very authoritarian. It's my way or the highway energy. This is Aries energy. They may also have a nasty temper. While they're a cardinal sign, they want to start things new. They're willing to, explore things. At the same time, they are very particular that they want to be the one who calls the shots. And with you all being, with you being any of these fixed signs or having that prominently in your chart, this doesn't go well with you. All right, and I feel right now with the Three of Swords here and the Five of Pentacles, this is definitely, and remember I told you I saw the Ten of Swords in reverse while shuffling. You both, I feel, are not are not together. You may be in separation. I don't see any contact here. You have the Hermit here. And just look at this. These are major arcanas. You've got 4 major arcanas here, all right? And the Hermit, you both are in self-reflection mode, wondering whether you really want this connection or not. With both these being major arcana, this is not a small connection or a casual connection. There was something here, which is why you've been together. All right? But now you both are in reflection mode, not communicating, and things look pretty grim here. But you're looking for a solution one way or the other with this person or not, and they're doing the same. What can you do to, bring some positivity in this relation or make this relationship better? And you get the Nine of Cups. You're being told to think about those things that made you want this connection in the first place, or want this friendship in the first place, or want this collaboration in the first place. There was, the Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment. There was something about this person or this connection or this situation or this friendship that ticked all the boxes for you. At one time, this was your wish fulfillment. Then what is it that has changed? So you're being told to revisit those times, and go over all that has transpired. And when did this shift happen? That from the Nine of Cups, you've come to the place where you're done and dusted with this. All right, and you've moved out from here. So this is something you need to work on. Think about this when you're in this self-reflective mode of the Hermit. This is what you need to ask yourself. How did this change happen? What was your contribution? Were you really that stubborn and could you have changed things in some way? Could you have seen their point of view? Could you have had some light-hearted fun? What was it? And for some of you, maybe you had an alcohol problem as well. Maybe you have been, drinking a lot because when things started going wrong, and this has worsened the situation. Possibly for some of you, you actually do need help if you've got an alcohol issue. Take this how it resonates, all right? So if this is your problem, then dealing with this issue of yours, going clean for some time, going into rehab to help yourself come out of this situation could actually help your situation. And actually go to a counselor and see how things can change. So this could be one thing for those of you. Everything won't resonate with everyone. And for some of you, it just could be, maybe in however life has played out, and in you all getting busy with your own work, what is important to you, your own families, whatever. Somewhere you've forgotten how beautiful this connection was when it started, be it a friendship, be it a collaboration, be it a partnership, be it a marriage, a relationship of any sort. This is something you need to revisit. For them, what can they do to bring about change in this situation? And you get the Tower moment here. They really need to shift the way they deal in this connection. All right, I feel when this connection started, maybe they were calling the shots and you may have indulged them initially. And now, since it's getting on, they've taken it a bit too far and you've put down your foot. For them, it's like a Tower moment. And they need that, because a tower moment happens only when your foundation is weak, and that they are coming to realize that, maybe you started off in the beginning because there may have been a lot of passion here, and that's how you connected. If this is a romantic relationship, otherwise you had a lot of ideas which matched, and you got along very well in the beginning, and then you just, things may have moved very fast, and now suddenly over a period of time you realize that you don't see eye to eye. You're at war with each other for everything, and now when that last straw happened and this you have walked away, they realize that this connection isn't as solid, and maybe they have also contributed, and that's what they're doing in the self reflection mode. And what they need to do is actually change the way they interact. It's good to be in your power, but you being in your power doesn't mean you tell everyone what to do and have it your way every single time. And this is something they need to understand and change about themselves. Okay. External factors, and you get the Page of Pentacles. So I feel for a lot of you, there could be someone at work who's advising them or you, about this situation, and this could have possibly made things worse for you, depending on whom this person is or you are getting influenced by, and what is their intention. All right. For some of you, it could be that there is if this is a romantic relationship and it's a marriage, there could be a child. Maybe it's your child, or it could be any one of your child from a previous relationship. This child could be the reason why this argument has started in the first place. And for some of you, you both would be very invested in your work, and you want the other person to sacrifice what they are doing to manage things at home, but both of you are not willing to. And so things at home, especially if there's a child involved, there's a problem. If this is a friendship or a partnership, then there's someone outside you at work who may be coming in the way, and you need to have a heart-to-heart in that case. And it's also something that you need to ask yourselves, why is a third person come in the way? If there is a third person who's talking to either of you. And if it's a child situation, that is my little fella sleeping here and snoring. Now, right in the center of your reading is, can you salvage the situation? And you get the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords is heartbreak. So I feel for a lot of you, both of you are feeling the pain, because no matter how difficult this connection was, at one point of time there was wish fulfillment here. There was a time where you got along very well. And the very fact that the Three of Swords is here, you both are feeling the pain. So you both were invested in this connection. Can you salvage it? I feel not at this time. We are doing this reading for a period of 3 months. At 3 months, you need to give yourself time to heal, which I feel you're doing with this Hermit card here at the bottom of the deck energy. You are actually healing. And there is a lot of healing you need to do. About understanding whether this relationship is important, or are your egos and your having it done your way more important. And it's there on both sides. So this is something you really need to work on. Should it be salvaged? And you get the Five of Pentacles. So for some of you, I feel you both are missing each other a whole lot. The pain is real, and you are actually missing one another. If this is mutual, I still suggest that you work on yourself, because right now, if you come back together without the healing work done, you're going to trigger each other. You will do exactly the same thing, and the cycle is not going to close. The good part is you've walked away from here, you've broken that cycle. But if you come back together when you've healed, before you've healed, it's going to just be the same. But if you actually work on these things that I've just mentioned, and from a place of maturity, thereafter come, and both parties realize that yes, this connection is worth salvaging. This connection, this connection is more important to us than our egos, than wanting to be right at all times, and not allowing a third party to come, and both of you being able to communicate properly so that you find solutions, without tearing each other apart. Then things can work, because there is a lot of pain on both sides. There's a lot of missing on both sides, irrespective of the connection. It could even be a work situation, all right? Maybe when things are good between the two of you, the work really does very well. And right now maybe things are not working because you both are not doing well, and people around you can sense it maybe. So apply it to your situation. Both of you are feeling it. If and maybe this person is not showing it because they are the emperor, they don't want to show it, but there's a lot of self-reflection, not just at your end, even here at their end. All right? So take that how it resonates. So can you salvage it, and should you salvage it? Well, it would be in your best interest to give it a second chance, but not now. In the period of 3 months from when you're watching this reading, it's a no, because neither of you have done the healing yet, but you're on the right path with the Hermit here. So till that happens, there's no point in salvaging it. But yes, both are feeling the pain, both want it, but right now I still pick up that both are in your egos. So till the work is done, till the healing is done, no. But after that, you can actually have a conversation. Maybe if you feel that you have healed, and if you're the one who's withdrawn, then wait for them to come towards you. Then you'll know they are ready too. And when that happens, then you can have that heart-to-heart talk, and only after that you will be able to decide. And you've got to put ground rules. This is how it's going to be, and it has to be on equal terms. All right? So what's advice from Spirit for you? You get boundaries. Absolutely. This is exactly what I said. When you have that heart-to-heart conversation, this is the Queen of Swords energy. All right? You've got to keep your boundaries in place. That this is okay and this is not okay. And you've got to be firm on this. And bottom deck energy is forgiveness. Beautiful. The number 14 or 5. This is very important. To save this connection, you need to forgive. When you come together to have that conversation, don't start nitpicking. You both know each other's faults, you know your own faults, because you've done the work, you've done the healing. Now just say these things are important to me, let them say what's important to them, and forgive each other for what's happened in the past, and be ready to move on positively. All right? If you bring back everything and you did this but you should have done this, that kind of thing, you're going to go nowhere, and then you'll realize you haven't healed at all. All right? So this is something that you really need to do. What more do you need to know, pile number 1? Red Jasper, take action. And this action is not to go and reach out to them, but this action is more towards your healing. Bottom deck energy, pink opal, be kind to yourself. Absolutely. So there may be harsh words spoken on both sides, and you're being told to be really kind to yourself during this process, because things will come out when you have that conversation. There will be certain moments which are heated, and you may say things, and even if you're speaking very politely, maybe there are things that they say which you don't like, and things that you say which they don't like, but you are being told to be really kind to yourself. All right? And no one tells you who you are, but if someone is telling you something, listen. with an open mind, and then see whether you see these things about yourself or not. Sweetness, absolutely. When you've done the healing work, you will bring some sweetness into this connection. Right now, both of you are missing each other a lot. They're feeling the pain. So when you're processing it, you may be internally blaming one another. That makes you feel good about yourself. But there's a lot of anxiety here as well, because you don't want so much time to pass that you cannot salvage this. Just know that if both of you want it, then you both will put an effort, which I see is happening here. And once that is done, then you definitely can, move forward. But if you hurry up, then, just because you're missing one another and quickly you meet and then you say, yeah, we'll just carry on. We'll see things as we move forward. You're going to get back into this energy. So you really need to work. So pile number 1, Spirit, what is the final advice that they need about this relationship? You are good enough. So this is for you, pile number 1. Be kind to yourself and be good enough. I think when this Emperor gets annoyed, the Emperor says a lot of things which have hurt you a lot, and maybe they've really pushed your boundaries and you've let them walk all over you. But that's okay. What's happened is water under the bridge. You need to forgive yourself, be really kind to yourself, know that you're good enough exactly the way you are, and if they want you, they accept you exactly the way you are. Yes, you will make changes, certain changes, be a little more flexible, be ready to forgive, but keep your boundaries in place. There are certain things which are important for you. Those things you will tell them cannot be compromised, and no matter how much you feel for the person in that particular situation, you will still not compromise on your boundary. Wow, this has come second time now. Red Jasper, take action, and it's time to take action. New moon in Aries. So I feel there will be some sort of action here. That conversation is going to happen very soon. Now, if you are not resonating with this side and you resonating with this side and you were in this energy, then possibly it's time for you to take action. All right, it's the Aries person who's to take action, not the one who's withdrawn because of all the chaos, but the other person. All right, so that is what I have for you, beautiful pile number 1. I hope this reading resonated. There is a lot of energy invested here. We had 4 major arcanas. It's not a small thing. It's important connection, and you both are feeling the pain, which is good, because now you'll start working on yourself. And this time when you come and have that conversation with your boundaries in place, knowing your worth, you will start as equals and you will maintain it. All right, and then your relationship will be beautiful, sweet, and everything that you thought it was in the beginning. All right, so that is all I have for you. Sending you so much love and light. Bye-bye. Pile number 2, those of you who've chosen the original Rider-Waite Tarot or this beautiful 6 of Cups, welcome to your reading. We'll put that here. I love this card. The 6 of Cups tells me that you have known each other maybe in a past lifetime, but more than anything, you've known each other from childhood. All right, so whatever this connection is, be it a friendship, be it a collaboration with someone from your past, or it's just a beautiful love situation, whatever it is, there's a lot of love here. There's a lot of understanding. It has been an easy connection for the longest time, all right, is what I feel. So why has this beautiful connection ended up being a difficult one? Let's find out. So, pile number 2. This side is going to be your energy, this side is your person's energy, and this is connecting energy, all right? You can always switch if you resonate more with this side, all right? So, first and foremost, we're going to look at what is your contribution to the situation as it stands today. What you did do or didn't do, all right? So, we'll take a look at that. And you get the 10 of Swords in reverse, okay? What is it that they did or didn't do in this connection to bring it to this situation. Wow, look at the two of you. Look at this. What is it that you can do to, I'll move that here actually. Bring this here like this. What is it that you can do to make this situation better? What can you contribute so that things get better? Wow, you get the Magician. And what can they do to contribute, in a way that can help the situation? Wow, 9 of Swords in reverse. Is there any external factors in this connection? Ace of Pentacles. Okay. Can you... Oh, wow. Wait a second. Can you save this connection? We found the Strength card there. Before that, we found the 4 of Cups in reverse. The King of Wands in reverse. And should you save this connection? Again, this showed itself out now. Death in reverse. Okay. Ace of Cups below that. Wow. All right. Beautiful pile number 2. I'm not surprised with the 6 of Cups being your choice of card. There is a lot of love here. And just by looking at it, I feel this is a love situation. All right. You could apply it to friendship, but very strongly, I feel it's a love situation. So what is it that you did or didn't do that brought this connection to this stage? You get the 10 of Swords in reverse. They get the 3 of Swords in reverse. You know what? I think I need a clarification for this, because what I feel is that either you have said something to this person that has broken their heart, and they have said something to you that feels like betrayal. It's just mutual energy. Both feel the same way about the other person, that you have let me down, and they feel you have let me down. That kind of thing is what I feel. So what is it that you have done or didn't do? Let me just take out a clarification for the 10 of Swords on this side. The 5 of Pentacles in reverse, sad energies, okay. King of Pentacles in reverse, and for them, the Empress. I feel pile number 2, you may have had a beautiful friendship in the past. You've known each other, you were childhood sweethearts, and it's possible that this person has proposed to you, and for whatever reason you rejected the proposal. Maybe you were already in a relationship with someone else. It could be that you were childhood sweethearts, then life came in the way, you drifted apart for your studies and whatever. And then when you came back, they had these feelings for you, which were still very strong. But you had moved on and there was someone else in your life. So when they came and proposed to you, you were not ready for it. You were not interested in it. All right? Because you were still stuck on someone else. Whereas they see you as the ultimate. They see you as the empress. They want to have this solid relationship with you, make it a marriage as well. But they did not let you know. When they realized, when they first came and proposed to you, and they didn't, get that go ahead from you, then they may have pretended that actually they were also not very interested. They just said it thinking that you were interested as well, or something like that. And maybe there's harsh words spoken as well. Very strong swords energy here. There's also strong Taurus energy and Libra. And of course Leo. Sagittarius, Aries, and again Aries. Whew. Maybe when that happened, you decided that you didn't want this connection with them because you wanted something elsewhere, and that may not have worked out. And maybe now you were ready for this connection, but they have taken that personally, that you rejected them, and they are also pretending no. And the worst part is, in all of this, the friendship that you had has also gone out. And there's a lot of love here, because we did see that Ace of Cups. So what can you do to change the situation? Now, you may have rejected them initially, and now you are invested in them, all right? So what you can do to change things is to actually actively manifest them. And for that, you need to come into power. You need to get out of this betrayal energy and see things for what it is, and work on yourself, and from a place of empowerment, attract them. What they need to do is get out of their head. When you have rejected them in the beginning, they have taken it very personally. Their heart has been broken, and they feel they're not good enough, and they've been self-sabotaging. And now when you're coming around, they are the ones who are self-sabotaging now, because they feel that they were not good enough for you. That's why you said what you did. External influences work. So now, because of these, though you want a solid offer, you want to offer a solid offer to them, and they want to bring back that offer to you, they feel you're going to reject them again, so they're definitely not coming your way. They saw you as the ultimate, the empress. They wanted, with the Hierophant card, to have this relationship with you, solidified, get married, but at that time you rejected it. Now you want it, but they just feel that they're not good enough. Can you salvage this situation? You get the King of Wands in reverse. I feel there's a lot of ego here. Ego has been hurt here. And till this goes beyond the ego, till they've worked on themselves and you worked on yourself, and things move beyond the ego plane. When you actually have that heart-to-heart talk and you say, this is how things are, and I was already in a situation because we've moved apart. So I was already there somewhere. Maybe you've not told them that you were already in a relationship and you just said no. And you need to tell them that. I was already in a relationship. I didn't expect you to come. And now I'm no longer in that relationship, and I feel that way for you. And it's not because you were not good enough, but by the time you came, I was already engaged somewhere else, and it's something you haven't told them perhaps. But their ego has been bruised really badly, and their own self-worth has been diminished. And that doesn't mean that you've got to go and make their self-worth come up. That's not you don't have to do that. That's not your job. They've got to work. Maybe you were meant to come and do this to them so that they could work on their self-worth, which was actually non-existent. And that is why, you've triggered them. And now, because they're triggered, they've said something nasty to you, and you're also triggered. And you both need to work on yourselves. Should it be salvaged? Well, only time will tell. When I was taking this card out, even without, I've seen it once before, it was flipped. And it kept, this is the thing that kept coming with this card, is that only time will tell. Only time will tell. So, as things stand just with the tarot, can you save this? You can save this once you've done your work and egos are, pacified. You both see your own sense of worth, and only time will tell. So for a period of 3 months, that's how I do the reading. The answer is no, that you shouldn't right now be trying to salvage this situation, but work on your worth, and they should be working on their worth. And only once you've done the work can, will this come about. Because right now, you are hurt, they are hurt, and I don't see, what was the bottom deck energy? I don't remember. Originally, ouch, I dropped the card. I feel that in the 3 months from the time you see this reading, you are not meant to actually go and save this connection, or look at that, you got ghosted. There's nothing that cannot be salvaged, all right? But the time is definitely not right. So for a period of 3 months, surely you need to just concentrate on yourself and your self-worth. Intuition. You will know when the time is right, when things are going to work out. When you're comfortable in who you are, exactly the way you are, that's when this is going to work out, all right? So that's a message for you from Spirit. Trust your intuition. You will know when you've done the work, when you feel comfortable in this connection, when you won't get triggered by everything that they say, because you are complete in who you are. And when they reach that stage, that's when things will actually move forward. You get lepidolite, recall your dreams. Very strong intuition vibes here. So if you resonate with this, then you are the spiritual pile. Obviously, you've come to a tarot reading, and you get be kind to yourself. This was there in the last group as well. You really need to work on your self-worth. This has been the theme for the first 2 piles. But in this case, this person really sees you as, that you've got it all, but you don't see yourself as that. I'll just give it a moment. What else do you need to know? Creativity and the garden. We also got the bottom deck energy as sexual freedom. For some of you, you've been so focused on this connection that you have actually given up working on yourself. For some of you, this could be literally the Ace of Pentacles. Maybe one of you got an offer, which was your dream offer, which is also the reason why you didn't move forward in this connection, because you were focused on your coin. And now that you've broken up, you're being told to actually work on yourself, your worth, and on this, whatever this beautiful thing is, and not give up on it. With the garden card here, 15 or 6 could be significant. There's a lot of love here. And when this connection comes from a place of healing, where you've done the work, you know your worth, and they've done the same, this can be a very abundant connection, a beautiful connection, but only at the right time, not now. And then you have sexual freedom. For some of you, maybe with this 3 of swords and this 10 of swords, maybe one of you thought you're exclusive and the other person didn't, and maybe that's what's caused this trigger. I don't know. This could be maybe for one odd person, not for everybody. Final advice from Spirit. What does pile number 2 need to know about this relationship? Your hard work is paying off, and bottom deck energy, hold your vision. So if this connection really meant something to you, you're being told to hold your vision about this connection, but not focus on it. You are to focus on this Ace of Pentacles, on your creativity, and more than anything, on your sense of self-worth. And that has got nothing to do with this work. Your work doesn't give you self-worth. Your looks don't give you self-worth. Just knowing that you are enough exactly the way you are in this point of time, whoever you are, is what is going to bring this up. You need to work on that, all right, and heal your wounds from the past, from this connection, from your childhood, and know that you're good enough. And that's when things start moving, all right? So, beautiful pile number 2. If there's one thing you've got to take from this reading, is that you are enough, and in the coming 3 months you will not be able to save the situation or change the situation, and you shouldn't be bothered about it at this time. I know it sounds harsh, but you need to work on yourself, and when you do that, they will be forced to work on themselves too, all right? Unless you both come from a place of knowing your own worth, you will keep your own insecurities, your own complexes will actually ruin this connection. And this is a beautiful connection with the 6 of Cups. So why do you want to ruin it? If you come from a place of empowerment, this can be the most abundant, happiest of all relationships, but you're not ready yet. Neither are they. Sending you so much love and light. Bye-bye. Beautiful pile number 3. Those of you who've chosen the Radiant Weight Tarot or this beautiful shell, this is your reading. Shell. Emotions could be running deep here, but I feel there's a solid communication problem. Maybe you don't tell each other the whole, what you really want to say. Whatever your emotions are, you stop short, either you or your person. There isn't open communication here. In the other 2 piles, I felt there was a lot of ego. I wanted this way. But in this case, I feel you say lesser than, or you don't say what you want to. I just saw the 2 of Cups in reverse. Either both of you are like that or you are like that. What have I done? I'm just in my own world, thinking about your connection. All right, this side is you, this side is them. You can switch if you feel called to. So first and foremost, what is it that you did or didn't do that has contributed to your connection coming to this place? And you get the 5 of Swords in reverse. What about your person? What is it that they did or didn't do that contributed to this situation? 7 of Cups in reverse. What is it that you can do to, correct or heal this connection? You get, there are too many cards, Spirit. You get, the 4 of Cups in reverse. And what is it that they can do to heal this connection at this time? Temperance, wow, the card. What are the external influences? The Hermit, okay. Can you save this connection? 6 of Cups in reverse. Should you save this connection? You get the 2 of Swords in reverse and the Ace of Wands. Bottom of the deck energy is the 4 of Wands in reverse. Okay. Pile number 3. What is your contribution to this connection reaching this place wherein you've come for a trying relationships reading? I feel that in every argument, maybe your person had the last word. And though you had lots to say, you didn't. You may have tried to make peace every time you had an argument, and you would keep quiet so that, you know, tempers would not fly. And possibly they made a habit of it, that there would be an argument and they would lose their temper, and though you had a lot to say, you wouldn't. And maybe thereafter there would be this passive aggressive energy when you want to say things but you don't, but you give them maybe the silent treatment or whatever, and this really made things go bad. For them, I feel that they're very hesitant. You know, they have never made you a priority. And again, like pile number 2, I feel this is a love situation. This is not any other kind of friendship or collaboration. That was only the first pile. The second pile and this pile is definitely a love situation. All right? They have not made you a priority. In their minds, maybe they felt it or maybe they didn't. I don't know. But you have never been made to feel that you are special. There was always you and their work, you and their family, you and something else. So this was the reason that has made this resentment grow maybe, or made this relationship come to this place. And I feel you have a lot of feeling for this person. You may have been in a marriage, and right now I feel you're in separation with the Hermit card here. And the beautiful part is, you know, I saw the 2 of Cups in reverse. Now I'm seeing the 6 of Cups in reverse. You have the 4 of Wands in reverse. This relationship could be a very beautiful relationship. But right now I feel you're in separation. This person can't decide. For the life of them, they can't decide because they don't know what they want from life. And because they are in this energy, you know, if you've ever questioned them, why don't you decide? They project all the insecurities onto you, and you don't say anything, but then you give them the silent treatment. And maybe it's reached a place wherein neither of you could take it anymore. And I don't think this person has really acknowledged or accepted their fault in this whole thing. What can you do to heal the situation? I feel that there is an offer that has been made to you. Which you have not accepted in the past because you were invested in this connection. I feel after coming into this marriage, just give me a moment. I think Joey is going to keep barking. Maybe after you've come into this marriage, your work, your needs were, you know, had taken a back seat, and it was all about them. And what you're being told is, when you start actually giving yourself and your needs some importance, you will start healing this passive aggressive nature of yours, the resentment you keep because nothing is working. Neither are they prioritizing you, nor are you doing what you like to do. So why are you in this situation? Because it was very promising in the past, but you have allowed them to be everything in this relationship. You've not had anything of yours, you know, any of your needs being met. Zero boundaries here. And you need to start working on things that are important for you. Whatever it is that you've rejected in the past because of this connection, you need to pick that up. You don't give up on yourself just because you're in a relationship. You both are meant to grow together. If there are 10 people in the family, you're all meant to grow together. No one takes a back seat. Yes, at some time, you know, if something's crucial for them, you may take a back seat just for that time. But when that finishes, then they can't always have the next thing and the next thing, and you just keep going behind. No, you've also got to move forward, and without guilt. Or there's going to be this resentment, passive aggressive. And what they need to do is healing completely. They don't know what they want from this connection, from life itself. They're totally lost as far as I'm concerned. And they really need to work on themselves. If they don't work on themselves, this connection is going nowhere. If you remain in this connection, you are going to be in a very bad place here. Because living with someone who doesn't know anything about themselves is going to be of no use to anyone. Not to them, not to you, not to anyone else. With this hermit here, I believe you're in separation and maybe on the verge of, getting a divorce. And you can salvage the situation if they have done the work. Otherwise, I don't see it happening here. Can you salvage the situation with the Six of Cups in reverse? Well, this is a beautiful connection. It has the potential to be something beautiful. Maybe when you started out it did, but you were overgiving and your needs were not met. And because you never spoke for yourself, they thought it's okay. So you were never a priority. It was about them and whatever they wanted. And things have really gone out of hand now. Should it be salvaged? You get the Ace of Wands, but the Two of Cups. Again, indecisiveness. You feel that this will be salvaged when they decide. That itself is wrong. It's not about their decision. It's about both your decisions. There can be a passionate new beginning, but it should happen only when both parties are equally involved and both want to have it on on an equal, you both are in your power and you want that Two of Cups, equal give and take. Otherwise, I don't think you should even think of going back here if this is going to be the dynamic. It's so unhealthy, so unhealthy. If you think, there is something called a win-win situation, and this is not a win-win situation but a lose-lose situation, because you definitely are getting nothing in this, and this person with this level of confusion, I don't think they're getting anything in this either, though they may be feeling that they are one up, but it's benefiting nobody. Let's pull out advice cards now. For a period of 3 months at least from now, I don't see you being able to have a new beginning, because there's no healing here. And if they come with the same energy, I don't, where they're indecisive, where you're still not a priority, but they're just giving it another shot because you are convenient to have, having you is convenient for them, then I don't think this connection is really going to last very long, because you are definitely not going to be happy with this connection. Oh, this wanted to come out, it just fell. Stop, absolutely stop. If you want to progress this connection, you're thinking that it's all right. When this offer comes, you're being told to stop. This is not right. Bring some confidence into your life, take that offer, work on yourself. That's what's important. To give up everything for a person who doesn't prioritize you, to give up for everything for someone who doesn't even know where they want to go. This is definitely not a good idea. You get, speak your truth. Exactly. What did I say right in the beginning? That you, I don't know why Joey is being so noisy today and restless. So you've been told to speak your truth. Say what it is that you want. And I feel it's not just in this relationship, pile number 3. I don't feel you say your truth to anyone. You want to be the peacemaker at the cost of your own self. And that's not good. Bottom deck energy. Open up your heart. And that will be possible only if you learn to love yourself. What else do you need to know, pile number 3? The divine masculine. The number 12 or 3 could be significant. This could be a Leo-Scorpio relationship. You need to work on your masculine energy, pile number 1, irrespective of your gender. Pile number 3, sorry. If you are resonating with this side, you need to really work on your divine masculine. Alright? Because you do not assert at all. And this needs to change. You need to work on your confidence. You need to be able to assert yourself. Bottom deck energy, intimacy. The number 18 or 9 could be significant. I don't feel this intimacy in this connection. Or maybe there is a lot of passion, but it's just very physical. And even that I feel is more because of this person's requirement. I don't see love per se in this situation from their end. Last advice from Spirit. What does pile number 3 need to know, Spirit? Nothing is yet set in stone. About this connection, about your life, you do not have to compromise. You can live your best life on your terms. Just remember that. Bottom deck energy, emotions are running high. And maybe their emotions are running very high too because, of the separation. And maybe now they are coming to realize what you mean to them because of the separation. But if you're going to come back together after they've done their healing, make sure that you speak up, you speak your truth, you tell them what is important for you, what can be, adjusted, what is just not going to be compromised on. And you don't have to stop living your life because you're in a marriage. You've got to do what is important to you. And right now, in the coming 3 months, if an offer is made without the healing done, you're being told to not go ahead with this relationship. Let this relationship be on pause for as long as it has to, till both of you have done the work. You need to work on your confidence. You need to work on things that are important to you, and they need to see you as an equal. They need to know you're a priority. They need to show you that you're a priority. Only then you need to move forward in this relationship. This relationship is not about pacifying one person's ego. That's not how it works. That is all I have for you, pile number 3. Take care of yourself. Know that you're wonderful and worthy just as you are. Alright? And you don't have to compromise just because you're in a marriage and that's what you've been taught. And no, you are important too. Alright? Sending you so much love and light. Bye-bye. Pile number 4. Welcome to your reading. Those of you who've chosen the Scintillating Weight Tarot or this beautiful elephant. Maybe the elephants are your spirit animal, or maybe at this time working with the elephant spirit can actually be beneficial for you. And for some of you, I feel if there are obstacles in your path, well, very soon you're going to get over them. Alright, so we place this elephant here. And let's see, pile number 4. What's happening in your relationship? Why is it being such a difficult relationship that you need to come to this reading for it? Pile number 1 was a general, it could be applied to any reading, any relationship. But pile numbers 2 and 3 were definitely for a love reading. So let's see what's going to come out for you. This is your energy. This is your, whoever the person is on your mind, their energy. You can interchange, if you feel more drawn to this one. So what is it that you have contributed towards this relationship that's led it to where it is today? Alright, what is your contribution here? What you did do or didn't do? And you get, the 5 of Swords. Upright. And what is it that your person did or didn't do that contributed to this relationship being where it is today? Hermit. Okay. What is it that you can do to heal this situation? Pile number 4. And you get the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. And what can your person do to, heal this connection? And you get Strength. Okay. External influences. 4 of Swords in reverse. Can this relationship be saved? Wheel of Fortune. Should this relationship be saved? 8 of Swords. Bottom deck energy. The Knight of Wands. I feel maybe you have very strong air in your chart. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. And they have strong earth and fire in their chart. And I feel what you have contributed towards this situation, reaching this place, is that I feel you are pretty argumentative and you want to have the last word. Don't click off. We've got to really accept ourselves with all our flaws, our pluses, our minuses. We are worthy the way we are, all right? You are, so are they. And in this situation, if you resonate with this side, you like to have the last word. And even as I'm saying it, the first thing that comes to your mind is, but I was right. Maybe you were. But sometimes in a relationship, when you have an argument, and even though you know you're right, if you find that the other person is either withdrawing or you're talking to a wall, the best thing is to just give it up at that time. Come back to it at a later time when you both are positive. But I don't see you doing that. You just take it to the finish line till you have your word. You've just driven them away, and there's no one who can win an argument with you. That's what I get with your energy. And for them, they are non-confrontational. Though Hermit is the card of Virgo, and Virgo is ruled by Mercury, it's about communication. In their case, the minute you start arguing, they shut down. They don't argue, they don't say anything, they just withdraw. They are not agreeing with you, they are not disagreeing with you. They just, indifferent to you. And in this, what's happening is that your connection is suffering because you don't move ahead. It's just same stagnant thing over and over again. What can you do to heal this connection? And you get the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. I feel you've given up working on this connection. I feel, you coming to this conclusion that I'm the only one putting in effort in this connection. But you need to rethink that. Maybe how you're approaching this connection is not what this connection needs. We saw the Knight of Wands here and the Knight of Swords as well. I'm going to clarify this 3 of Pentacles. Oops. Too many cards there. Spirit, please clarify the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. 9 of Swords, Devil. I just feel you're in this energy that nothing can come of this situation. You've tried whatever you could, and there's nothing that you can do to make this okay. And this has to shift if you want your Four of Wands here. On this Four of Wands, in this case, could be a marriage. It could also be, this reading doesn't have to be exclusively about a love or a relationship, all right? But if you want a collaboration, if you want to be together, if you want to move ahead, if you want to do things together, this energy is not going to help you. And what you need to know is first understand that this can be changed if you have a shift in the way you communicate. And how can they contribute towards this connection? And they get the Strength card. They need to approach you with the sense of equality. Maybe they are from this, they speak to you from a place that I know better than you. Maybe there's an age difference. Maybe they're older than you, and so they feel that you have more to learn from them. If this is not, it could be a romantic situation, but it could be in any other situation where this person is way older than you. And that is why when you have an argument, they just withdraw because they just feel that you're a kid, in comparison, and they know much more. And if they want this, whatever this collaboration is or the relationship is, if they want this to work, they have to treat you as an equal. This is what they need to do. And you need to give them credit for their wisdom. And you need to know that what you think is not always right, that there are different perspectives. Maybe you're right, but they are right too. External influences, you get the Four of Swords in reverse. I'll take clarification for that. What is the Four of Swords in reverse, Spirit? Queen of Swords. Six of Pentacles, the Sun, yeah. External influences, I don't feel are any. External influences, I just feel that it's just between the two of you. You need to communicate with respect to one another. You need to bring some light-hearted energy, and you need to bring equality. All right, they need to see you as an equal, and you don't have to get triggered with everything that they say. Can this situation be saved? Yes, it can. In fact, the wheel is turning in your favor. Should it be saved? With the Eight of Swords here, should it be saved? It depends on you. Pile number 4, you may not like to hear this, but if this is the side that you pick, I feel that this person is very mature and they're ready to change. They will actually be ready to treat you as an equal if you get out of this immature energy of yours. And I feel this, it could be that in your childhood, no one heard your opinions. People just shut you up and you had something to say. And maybe you are a very brilliant person with genius ideas. And so now you snub people when you know you're right. And this could come from a place wherein you've never felt good enough. And now you're trying to break out of it, and you're coming in a very negative way. And instead of being in this Five of Swords energy, if you can come into the Queen of Swords energy, you will find that you can have your say. People will listen to what you have to say. You don't have to be this one-up on anyone, and you can have a very beautiful, joyous relationship wherein you learn a lot from this person, and they benefit from your genius. irrespective of the relationship, whatever it may be, is what I'm picking up here. Let's see what your advice cards are. This is what I feel. I feel you've got a lot of ideas, but you've got a lot of triggers from your past. I saw the Strength again from another deck, okay? Spirit, what does pile number 4 need to know? It's just a matter of faith. It's just a matter of time that this relationship will actually reach a very beautiful place. The wheel is turning in your favor, but you need to have faith in yourself. You need to have faith in this person, in this connection, and and you need to know that having the last word will not make you feel worthy. Actually working on yourself is going to make you feel worthy. You keep doubting yourself and then you project that onto this person. Cleanse. You need to cleanse your energy of all the past, impressions that you have accumulated. Oh, sorry about that. There's a lot of change coming in for you, I feel, shortly. Woo! Pile number 4, what is it that you need to know at this time about this connection? Bring in the light with citrine and tiger's eye. Overcome your fears. Yes, this is what I get with this 8 of Swords energy. You've got a lot of ideas and you know it, and you just feel people don't take you seriously. That's why you've come into this energy. But you're being told to work on your self-worth. Yes, you have a lot of ideas. You are here to bring in the light, and this person can actually help you move forward. You need to overcome your fear. You feel that you're going to be, this person's going to take over and not listen to you like no one listened to you in the past, but that's not how it's going to be. You need to be a little open about it. Pile number 4 is what I feel. And I feel yours is a spiritual connection, and this person knows. I feel they're more connected. You doubt this connection, they don't. Boundaries. Oh, beautiful. See, this is again the Queen of Swords energy. You need to come to a place wherein, okay, they won't walk over you, but you will not try and snub them. You will try and speak to them from a place of power. Bottom deck energy, you get sexual freedom, which is for those of you wherein this is a romantic relationship, maybe your ideas about sexuality are completely different from this person, especially if there's an age difference. And this is something that, maybe speaking to them will change. For some of you, I feel this relationship is actually between a father and a child. And I feel that this person may be your father. And I did see this card here, the Rainbow Reviver. I have a feeling for some of you, this is a father and child dynamic. And you've got great ideas and you feel that your parent does not acknowledge it. Your parent feels that they know better because they've got experience and you should listen to them. And though you're an adult now, they still treat you like a lot of parents do that. and that's why you get so triggered and you tend to be rude. But it's because you want to be seen for who you are, and you want your ideas to be acknowledged. And for some of you, it could also be regarding your sexuality. With the Rainbow Reviver here, I feel for some of you, it could be that you are in a, same-sex relationship and it doesn't go well with your father, or it's got to do something with your sexuality. And you want them to acknowledge it, and you want them to be on your team, and they don't seem to get it. But they will. Things are changing. They're going to see you for who you are. But you need to work on this, because do not give them the power over you by coming into this childish energy. You be powerful, whether they agree with you or not. If you are in your power, you don't have to wait for another person's approval. I know it's easier said. For most children, when your parents give you that approval, it's only then that you feel at peace doing whatever you're doing. But some relationships, even between a parent and a child, come here to trigger you, to teach you something. And in this case, it could be for you just standing your ground and speaking with respect, but still standing your ground, because you know you're worthy. And your worth is not attached to your father or your mother or whoever it is. Their approval doesn't make you worthy. You are worthy the way you are, exactly the way you are right now. I'm sending you such a big hug, pile number 4. Just because they're older than you and it doesn't make them wiser. Because they're your parent, it doesn't mean that they have a say on everything. If it's important to you, it's important to you. Stand your ground. But that does not mean you need to speak to them with disrespect. You just stand your ground and do what you have to do. Give them the respect, but give yourself that respect, and know that you don't become unworthy or less than just because they haven't given you their approval. This is something you need to keep in mind, all right? And now what other card do we have to take out here? This is the last advice from Spirit. For pile number 4, what is it that you need to know, pile number 4? Your commitment is being tested. And bottom deck energy, a new start is coming. Beautiful. Things are going to change with that Wheel of Fortune right in the center of your reading. Things are going to change. There is a new start coming. This person, whoever this person is, whether it is a father-child dynamic, or it is a relationship, a marriage, a collaboration, a friendship, whatever it is, a new start is coming here. The wheel is turning in your favor. You will have your say. But you need to work on your boundaries. You need to work on your style of communication. You need to work on your maturity. You don't have to say you're the last word to be in power. You've got to understand your worth and speak from a place of power to be powerful. All right? Obstacles are being removed from your path. Lord Ganesha is with you. And you just work on yourself, on your self-worth, work through your fears. You are going to bring in the light. And this person is seeing that. They're going to come and acknowledge it. Things are going to be beautiful. It's going to be a lot of happiness, all right? So right now, things may be difficult, but I feel it's going to change. Sending you so much love and light. Bye-bye.